everyone. This is Sang-Ah-jo, a sophomore in Hansong University. Today, I would like to tell you a short story about a group project. Group projects, otherwise known as team projects. I think most of you guys have done these projects during school days. Especially, choosing a group leader is a tough decision for people because it requires an important role and great responsibilities to the person involved. At the same time, lots of people are applying for this position to make a student record about their activities and leadership. I think you will know about this fact so far. Today's story is about how I developed myself, including the memorable experience of team project in the lecture. Before we start, I want to ask you this question. Have you ever seen a person who always being a leader for every group project? Some would have seen the one and others wouldn't. And I was the one in the case. At least, it was pretty common for me to being a group leader. And it didn't change after I entered the university. Even if I was a freshman, I still led most of team projects. And I had to face various situations by meeting far more people than before. The episode begins in a history class at the last semester. At the time, students had to prepare a presentation about certain topics that were related to modern and contemporary culture of South Korea. Teams and detailed topics were chosen randomly, and all group members had to participate in the work. These were not much different from most of the team projects. In the virtual class, our team was assigned travel as a theme and decided to proceed in team project according to the dates and format announced. After dividing roles except for researching, we made a schedule up to the day before the due date and started to work on. But shortly afterward, we slowly realized that there is one problem. Before writing a script and making a supplementary material, our team agreed each other to collect data about tour culture in modern and contemporary era. After a few days, I started to have a hunch that something's going wrong. I began to have doubts about that I might be confused about the topic and made the wrong guideline for researching. Therefore, I asked my professor, and it turned out that I was wrong. So far, our team was researching about travel cultures in other countries due to my mistake. We had stepped off on the wrong foot. Even though it was difficult to recheck the notice due to the lack of post about project, it was my fault to make a schedule impatiently and propel the project in wrong way. This mistake became a pressure based on the responsibility of switching entire schedule for the project and guilt for the other members. I have never made this kind of enormous error before, so I became at a loss for how to handle this problem. I couldn't relax at all due to the concern. What if our team can't finish this project? Just then, two of members helped me to sort out this situation. One sent an email to the professor to reconfirm the topic and let me know. Then another helped rearranging the schedule in urgent conference. Thanks to their assistance, we could rely on ourselves and could restart the project researching about tourism in modern and contemporary South Korea. However, our team encountered another problem after we had turned the corner. When our team restructured the schedule, it was already after the lapse of time, so we were hard pressed for time left for preparing the presentation. Especially an exchange student who was writing a script with me faced with a rougher difficulty. When I first got a personal call from her, I was also in a hurry because there were only 2 days left before collecting the script. I had to prepare the script either, so I was under pressure to complete my part as quickly as possible. At the moment, I stood at the crossroads. Should I finish my part first or help the team member? Normally, I would have done my work first without hesitation, but I couldn't make a decision easily because both were in such a hurry. After a thought, I decided to help her first. As group members gave us support to solve the problem before, there were no doubt, for I had to help her over my problems. Therefore, I helped her to finish the rest of the script up to the day we promised to collect our works. After that, I reviewed the whole script and the supplementary material, then modified them until the brink of the deadline. As a result, we could finish our project without any dropout. I think some of you might think, so what's the conclusion? But I'm here to talk about what I have learned from this experience rather than the situation at the time. Among those whom watching this video, there will be many of you who had undergone difficulties that are much harder than me. But this story was the turning point for myself to look back on my behavior as a leader and the opportunity to remind the importance of teamwork. I thought a leader should lead people, focus on one's own job, combine the others' work, then review them, and organize before finalizing the project. Well, it's hard to say that it is completely wrong. But when the team had to do a certain work, I thought the person who is playing a pivotal role and being a main agent should be a leader. And it was this story that made me realize this thought was arrogant, while I continuously took on the leading role. At the end, I was able to realize the importance of cooperation through the group project to communicate and cooperate with others after one step away from self-centered thinking. Like the process of other group members inform and help correcting the leader's mistake, the leader quickly accepts feedback and help members facing difficulties. As a leader, you should try to understand the work in general and guide other members in the right direction to produce outputs. However, the leader is also a human being, so sometimes he or she can make mistakes. Then, who is the person that can help the leader in the case? You got it. Those are the other people in the same team. The feedback from the team members working together can be the best guidance and braces. In other words, leaders should listen to its members and quickly accept feedback to produce results that the whole team has agreed. On the other hand, the group members should tell their ideas to the leader, and they have to ask for help when they face difficulties for completing their tasks. Making cooperative relationship in which the leader and members help each other and move toward their goals side by side. This is the most ideal teamwork I've learned through the experience, and I realized that leadership is the power to create this environment to the team members. That was my story for today. Thank you for listening.